For the cheapest coins with fast delivery and quick customer support, check out my sponsor, Red Zone Coins, and use code SWIFT at checkout for 20% off.
Salsa family, and today I'm coming back at you guys with another Madden 20 video on the channel, and in today's video we've got another episode of MUT Team Reviews, a series in which you guys send me your teams on Twitter and I review them live on video. Now if you guys are enjoying this series, be sure to leave a like down below. I've really enjoyed posting all these episodes all year. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching them as well, and if you are interested in getting your team reviewed, be sure to follow me on Twitter. It is at SwiftYouTube. I'll put a tweet over there if I'm doing another one of these series, and you guys basically just reply to that tweet with photos of your team, and that's how you have a chance at getting entered into this video. Now, final thing is I will be live on Twitch at 8:45 Eastern time to play some Weekend League as well as review some teams live. We're also going to be giving away some cards over there. Basically, if I lose any game on stream, I'll give away a golden ticket player after that game. We don't usually take L's in Weekend League, but if I do, I'll be giving away a card over there. So I hope to see all you guys in there, and without further ado, let's hop into the first team of today's video. So as we hop into the first team here, I obviously did not forget my MUT Team Reviews Bible. This holds all of the secrets to build the best possible Madden 20 Ultimate Team. Unfortunately, not for sale. If I did sell this, it would be going for over 100k easily. We have all the secrets in here to become the best MUT player and have the best MUT team possible. But let's look at this first team. Shout out to my guy Anshu for sending me this. He's been first on like all of my YouTube videos recently, so thank you for the support there. On offense, he's gonna have RG3 at quarterback, Walter Payton at the running back spot, a couple of nice receivers, Evan Ingram, and a pretty solid offensive line. Let's take a look at the defense before we make any suggestions. He's gonna have Troy P, Jadeveon Clowney, and Lawrence Taylor. I absolutely love that combination there. Then he's gonna have Sapp, Mean Joe Green, as well as Julius Peppers and Myles Garrett on the D line, and the secondary does look very good as well. Of course, this is a 99 overall team, so not a ton of upgrades, but let me give you a couple right off the bat. So the only main changes I can really think of which you could consider doing for this team would be maybe improving at wide receiver 3 as well as the left tackle and right tackle spots. So at wide receiver 3, maybe you could try and save up for someone like Randy Moss instead of Marvin Harrison. Marvin Harrison plays really similar to Torrey Holt, and you have Torrey Holt already right there at your wide receiver 4, so maybe look for someone like Moss at that position. Then at the right tackle and left tackle, maybe you could get Joe Thomas at left tackle. He's going to play better than Anthony Munoz, and if you want to, you could save up for Ogden instead of Dan Deerdorf, but otherwise, really good team. Shout out to you for having a 99. Good work there. You've got Julio Jones, RG3, and Calvin Johnson activated. I personally like to activate a running back usually, but since you have these two receivers active, there's not really a big need to have a better running back than Walter Payton, but if you do decide that you want to have another running back activated, I would probably recommend you try and get someone like Bo over the Walter Payton. I see you also have Josh Allen at backup quarterback, so you could also sell him on the auction house to get a little bit of coins and get those coins up to make some upgrades, but good stuff and good team. So next up is a 98 overall no money spent squad. Shout out to you for being no money spent and getting all the way up to a 98. Let's start it off by looking at the offense right here. He's gonna have Lamar Jackson, Walter Payton, Terrell Owens, Calvin Johnson, as well as Randy Moss, with Tony Gonzalez at the tight end spot. Definitely some changes we can make on the offensive line, but we'll get there in a second. Let's take a look at the defense first. He's got Shaz at a 98. You need to get Shaz up to a 99. You can win a couple more games and get some team captain tokens to do so. He's got Jadeveon Clowney at right outside linebacker. That's absolutely perfect. Bruce Smith, my guy. You love to see it at right end. Mean Joe Green, Warren Sapp, as well as Ed Too Tall Jones. The secondary looks pretty solid as well. Sean C at free safety. Troy Polamalu at strong safety. I don't know how much I love Troy P there. Then Deion Sanders, Byron Jones, Jeff Okudah, and Champ Bailey rounding out the secondary. So right off the bat, the two things I would recommend you do are going to be on the offensive line. I'd say you should probably pick up Larry Little's power-up expansion instead of the Zach Martin, and then pick up Marquise Pouncey's power-up expansion instead of the Kevin Mawai. Those will allow you to get closer to a 99 overall on offense as well. They just have better stats than those two cards, but otherwise on offense, I think you are looking pretty set. I would say your next change should be getting a better right tackle, but for now, just make those two other tweaks and we'll move on to the defense here. On defense, the first thing that I would definitely say you need to do is get Shaz up to a 99. That's not going to be too hard. You can win some games. I showed you guys a method for how you can get Shaz up to a 99 very easily, so definitely be sure to do that. Now, otherwise, I would look to upgrade Troy Polamalu at some point, but right now, I'm not sure that you have the coins for it. Eventually, you're going to want to get a better strong safety. That could be someone like Taylor Mays if you're interested in that. Maybe Brian Dawkins at free safety. You could play him at strong safety. You'd have really good stats. So those are a couple of routes you could go with, but otherwise, good stuff and good work being no money spent and getting up to a 98. So here we have another 98 overall team with about 100,000 coins in the bank as well. And starting it off on the offense here, he's got Cam Newton at quarterback with Barry Sanders at running back, a solid wide receiver and tight end core, although right off the bat, I already see an upgrade we need to make. I'll get into that in just a second. The offensive line is really good. Joe Thomas up to a 99 is pretty tough to do. Then Joe Thuney, Dwight Stevenson, and Larry Little are really, really good options at the interior of your offensive line. And then Jonathan Ogden is rounding out the offense. Moving on to the defense, he's going to have Sean C. and Pat Silman at the secondary, as well as Jalen Ramsey and Mike Evans, so a couple of golden tickets there, good stuff. Then on the D-line, it's kind of interesting, he's got John Henderson and Michael Strahan. You guys know what I'm going to say about Michael Strahan, we'll get there in just a second. Then he's going to have Patrick Willis, Jadeveon Clowney, and Ted Hendricks at the outside linebacker spots. And let's get into upgrades for this 98 overall team. So right off the bat on offense, I think the first thing that you got to do is get Calvin Johnson up to a 99. It's just going to require a little bit of training. I think it was about 40,000 training and you get him up to a 99, so I would definitely recommend you do that because he's gonna have some crazy stats right there. Now also, you could look to maybe upgrade Cam Newton at the quarterback spot. You could maybe try and get Josh Allen. I'm not a huge fan of Cam Newton, but whenever I say that I don't love Cam, I always get a few comments from you guys telling me how good he plays, so I'm probably gonna refrain from saying that's a change you should definitely do, but it is something you could definitely consider, and maybe if you want to make that upgrade later, you can. Barry Sanders at running back, I think that's going to be fine for now. I don't think you need to change him just yet. Let's move on to the defense and talk about some upgrades here. There aren't really too many that I'd like to make. The only thing that I would change is grab Bruce Smith over Michael Strahan. He's got better stats, and Bruce Smith obviously is someone that everyone needs on their team. He's going to be an absolute beast for you. Otherwise though, on this team, not really too many other changes I would make. The defense looks really good. The offense looks really nice as well. So yeah, like I was saying, probably get Calvin Johnson up, maybe try and get a better quarterback, and otherwise you've got a really good team and good stuff. So here we've got another 98 overall team. It seems like a lot of you guys are in this situation with a 98 simply needing a kicker and a punter to get up to that elusive 99 overall, but he's got LJ, Bo Jackson, Kelvin Benjamin, and Julio Jones at the skill position group, so definitely really good right there. Then at tight end, he's got Tony Gonzalez and a really good offensive line. Now moving on to the defense, the linebacker core looks great with Jadeveon, Ryan Shazier, and Lawrence Taylor. The defensive line looks nice as well. Same with the secondary. Taylor Mays, Calvin Johnson, Night Train Lane, Patrick Peterson, and Antonio Cromartie. That is a really good secondary. I'm going to try and find a couple of upgrades that I would recommend you do on this team though. So getting into upgrades here, there's not really too much I would do on offense. I actually think you're perfect on offense, so we're going to skip over that. On defense, I've got a couple of tweaks. Firstly, you got to just put Lawrence Taylor at backup right outside linebacker. That way you can get his chemistries to be activated. I can see that you only have him at starting left outside. I also see you picked up Jerome Baker, so you're clearly a big fan of the channel because I was talking about him earlier. Now at corner, that's one other position I would upgrade. I'm not actually a huge fan of the physical stats on Night Train Lane, so his speed, acceleration, and agility, I don't love those so much, so I would maybe look to getting someone like Champ Bailey at the cornerback position rather than Night Train Lane, because I feel like your cornerback group is really the only area on this team that could be upgraded a tiny bit. Also, left end Julius Peppers has pretty good stats. Now that he did get the power up expansion, I actually do like the Julius Peppers card, but otherwise, really good team. Really the only things I would say would be maybe to get a better corner instead of Night Train Lane. Someone like Champ Bailey would play well for you, and then put Lawrence Taylor at backup right outside linebacker as well. Now moving into the final team of the video, I know this guy's been trying to get on team reviews for a while now, and we have a 99 overall team to end off the video here, just to flex and show you guys what one of the best teams in Madden looks like right now. RG3 at QB, Bo Jackson at running back, Torrey Holt, Randy Moss, and Kelvin Benjamin at the receiver spots. He's got Gronk at tight end. I think that's actually the first time I've seen Gronk at tight end. I'm a big fan of the Gronk card. The offensive line looks great as well. 99s across the the board. Obviously, on defense, he's got Patrick Willis, Lawrence Taylor, Ryan Shazier, and Jadeveon Clowney. Bruce Smith, a really good defensive line, Champ Bailey, Byron Jones. This team is honestly constructed really similar to mine, and I'm a huge fan of it. There's not really many upgrades I could say about this team, honestly. Your secondary looks absolutely perfect. The D-line looks great as well. Same with the linebacker group. So honestly, all I gotta say is congratulations. You've built a 99 overall team. Good stuff. The only upgrade I could really even say you might want to do would be to grab Calvin Johnson power-up expansion instead of Torrey Holt at wide receiver 3, but that honestly feels like I'm nitpicking quite a bit. And then you maybe could get someone better than Dan Deerdorf, but otherwise, congratulations to you and on achieving a 99 overall team. So yeah, that's gonna do it for team reviews. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Let me know if you do want another installment of this. This actually might be the final team reviews we do for Madden 20. Of course, I'll continue the series in Madden 21. But yeah, that's gonna do it. It's been a really good series so far. We'll see if we end up posting another episode of this in Madden 20. I'm honestly not sure that I'm expecting to, so thank you guys for all the support on the series. It's been a super fun one, and I'll see you guys in Madden 21 again for this, unless you guys show tons of support on this video. And until next time, I'm out. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.
So slow, out.